In a political landscape where secrets are carefully guarded and the truth is often buried beneath layers of bureaucracy and silence, one voice has emerged from within the halls of Congress to challenge the official narrative. That voice belongs to Representative Anna Paulina Luna. Her recent revelations have ignited a firestorm of speculation, not only among UFO researchers and enthusiasts, but also among skeptics, journalists, and ordinary citizens who never imagined they would hear a sitting member of Congress speak so openly about phenomena that defy our understanding of reality itself. According to Luna, the issue of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, cannot be reduced to simple sightings of unusual aircraft or distant lights in the night sky. She has described, both in interviews and in her role as chairwoman of the House Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets, evidence suggesting something far stranger. In her words, lawmakers have been presented with material that indicates movements and entities operating outside of time and space, as though the phenomena themselves are not bound by the physical limitations of our world. She has gone further, suggesting that what is being uncovered points toward the existence of interdimensional beings. The weight of those words has not gone unnoticed. For decades, the UFO subject has been treated as a fringe curiosity, ridiculed in the media and dismissed by official institutions. To hear an elected official connect the dots between UAP sightings and the possibility of intelligences that move between dimensions is something few could have predicted. And yet, Luna speaks not as a wide-eyed believer, but as someone who has encountered the silence, the unease, and the reluctance to discuss what military personnel and lawmakers alike have witnessed behind closed doors. Her comments come at a time when the US government has already begun to acknowledge the reality of unidentified aerial phenomena. Declassified reports have admitted that objects with extraordinary flight characteristics have been recorded, with no clear explanation as to their origin or propulsion. But Luna's remarks suggest that even those documents are only scratching the surface, that beyond the public-facing admissions lies a deeper body of evidence, one that challenges the very structure of human understanding. What does it mean to describe beings that exist outside of time and space? The phrasing echoes accounts from pilots and military personnel who have reported craft executing maneuvers that seem impossible, accelerating from a standstill to hypersonic speeds without visible propulsion, making instantaneous directional changes that defy the laws of inertia and vanishing from radar as though they slipped not just out of sight, but out of reality itself. For those who have studied the phenomenon, the suggestion that such entities might be interdimensional is not new. But for a sitting member of Congress to lend her voice to that idea marks a shift in how seriously it must be taken. Skeptics argue that words like interdimensional may be rhetorical, an attempt to grasp at language for phenomena still unexplained by current science. But Luna's insistence that lawmakers have seen photographs, reports, and evidence that support these interpretations adds a layer of gravity. She claims that some of the data she has reviewed shows vehicles and objects not made by mankind. And if this is true, the implications are staggering. It would mean that the intelligence behind these UAPs is not merely foreign or adversarial, but something far beyond terrestrial technology, something that challenges the very framework of how we perceive reality. The reaction has been divided. Some see Luna's openness as courageous, a rare moment of honesty in a system built on secrecy. Others dismiss her statements as political theater, a play for attention in a crowded media environment. Yet as critics scramble to explain away her words, one fact remains unshaken. These claims did not emerge from shadowy conspiracy circles, but from a congresswoman with access to classified briefings and sensitive materials. If even a fraction of what she describes is accurate, it represents one of the most profound disclosures in modern history. Behind the drama of politics and public appearances lies a deeper question. Why now? For decades, the official stance was silence. Reports were buried, witnesses were ignored, and those who spoke out were ridiculed. But in recent years, the dam has begun to crack. From the Pentagon's acknowledgement of UAP encounters to high-profile whistleblower testimony, the curtain of secrecy appears thinner than ever. Luna's revelations may be part of a larger pattern, an orchestrated disclosure, or perhaps simply the unavoidable collapse of a cover-up too large to contain. And yet, her use of the term interdimensional beings carries a weight that goes beyond the technical descriptions found in military reports. It suggests not only advanced technology, but an intelligence that is fundamentally other, operating on a level we may not even be capable of comprehending. What if the sightings and encounters reported throughout history, those stories of glowing lights, missing time, and otherworldly visitors, are all fragments of a larger picture? What if humanity has been brushing against the edges of a reality layered over our own, one that occasionally bleeds through in ways we cannot predict or control? In the end, Luna's statements do not provide definitive answers. Instead, they open a door. They remind us that even in a world dominated by data and technology, mystery still thrives. And in that mystery lies the possibility that our universe is far stranger and far more populated than we ever imagined. For those listening, her revelations may feel unsettling. They challenge the notion of safety, the belief that our skies are fully under human control, and the comforting idea that reality is exactly what it appears to be. But perhaps that discomfort is precisely the point. If there are indeed intelligences that move beyond our dimensions, observing us from the shadows of time and space, then we are not at the center of the story. We are only just beginning to realize we are part of a much larger one. As Luna herself has implied, the truth may already be known to some, buried deep within the vaults of classified reports and sealed testimony. But for the rest of us, the question lingers, echoing like a whisper in the dark. If the beings she speaks of are real, what do they want with us? And how long have they been here, moving silently just beyond the veil of our perception? One thing is certain, this mystery is no longer confined to the fringes. It has stepped into the chamber of Congress, carried by the voice of a representative willing to risk ridicule to speak of dimensions beyond our own. And once such words are spoken, they cannot be unsaid.